So welcome to Kundalini Yoga, a yoga practice that has changed my life, absolutely changed my life. The name of the class today is how habitual habits can make you great. Could you do me a favor and shut that door? It's a little loud out there and a lot of work.
I'm gonna have to get right in front of the screen
Oh,
to grab a couple.
am I upsetting you already?
Yes, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about those habitual habits. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about how habitual habits can make you great. Habitual habits can they can take you down, depending on what you're doing in your life. If you're just constantly in a habitual thought pattern that's negative and worried and scared, and it'll take you down. It'll crush you, literally. It'll make life seem like so hard and not fun, and kind of like you always have this incredible weight on your shoulders, and how could you possibly lift it? And that was me, absolutely, that was me. And it's still me to a point. I still have, some weights that I'm carrying around. But because of these other habitual patterns that have been formed in my life, the first one started with being clean and sober from drugs and alcohol. So that was 23 and a half years ago. I finally stopped that habitual pattern of waking up every day, telling myself that I wasn't going to get high, and telling myself that I wasn't going to get high, and then getting high. And then that habitual process took me to a point where I basically didn't want to live anymore, because I just didn't understand how I could wake up every morning and I could tell myself I'm not going to use, because when I would wake up in the morning, it was the only time that I had those few moments or that little bit of clarity that I could have waking up. And I would say to myself, it would allow me to feel better in those few moments. And I would tell myself, I don't want to do it. I don't want to get high. And I would get high. Like usually within minutes or an hour, I was high. And then the destructiveness of that wasn't so much in the drugs that I was taking. It was what I was doing to myself inside, and how I was habitually destroying myself by not believing in myself, not loving myself at all, not ever having any confidence in myself that I could live a life without doing what I was doing. So the drugs had their effect on me, but that effect on me was nothing compared to the devastation and habitual thought process that I had going on in myself. Okay? So when I finally turned that corner, and to me, the way that you turn the corner on something like that is things have to get bad enough. Things have to get bad enough in your life. So for me, I was in I had gotten married to Marcia, and my daughter was like 2.5 years old, and I was in this deep habitual addictive pattern, and it just got so bad that when I really understood that I was going to lose those things in my life, I was going to lose my life, my wife, same thing, my daughter, the things that meant the most to me. When I realized that, I became willing to try something else. And so Marcia had talked me into going to a couple's group therapy meeting over in Carlsbad, like husband and wives and spouses and stuff like that. And that was the very, very beginning of this habitual pattern to be broken, and for me to start replacing the habitual pattern of that destructiveness with something that was so scary and so uncomfortable for me, but I did it anyways. And all of a sudden now I'm starting to take all of that scary, uncomfortable stuff that, that I'm avoiding, and I'm starting to put it into my life, and it's starting little by little to replace this habitual destructiveness. So that was 23 and a half years ago. So I have that strong habitual pattern going on in my life of something that I know when I wake up every day now, no matter how bad my day is, I know that it's never as bad as what it was then. So I have that going for me. Then all of a sudden, Kundalini Yoga comes into my life, and it starts challenging me with do this and do that, and take a cold shower and do this, and not only do it, but do it every single day. And so now I'm at this other kind of point in my life where today's 180 days in a row that I've woken up, taken a cold shower, sat on my mat, and said prayers, and did movements with my spinal cord, and did my practice in Kundalini Yoga. So 180 days in a row, I have this other habitual pattern going on now that is making me feel great. And when I say that, I don't want you to think like, I'm not sitting here telling you that I'm feeling great on an egoic level. It's not an egoic level. It's a humility level. Because the only way that I'm going to be able to wake up tomorrow and do the same thing and stay in the same pattern is through humility. It's the same way that I was able to stay sober off of drugs and alcohol for so many years. It wasn't because I was a cheerleader going around for myself and talking about it like that. It was because I knew that only humility was going to keep me on that path of that habitual greatness in my life. So I just wanted to share about that today. This habitual patterns that can make you great. So, I'm grateful for Kundalini Yoga because it's, number one, it challenged me like nothing else ever challenged me. It challenged me to do something every single day. It challenged me to do the most uncomfortable, situational things in a yoga class that I had ever experienced before. It took me so far out of my comfort zone that if you would have known me before, if you would have seen me now sitting here looking like this, they would have never matched each other. Okay? So everything in life is habitual. And we have to make a decision on how much we can afford to habitually not treat ourselves good. Today I'm doing something that I'm also trying to add into my habitualness of greatness. I'm going to an Al-Anon meeting after my class. I've been to a few, and they make me uncomfortable. But at the same time they make me uncomfortable, I know that I'm supposed to be there, and I know that that's where my greatness lies, right? So after this, I'm going to that Al-Anon meeting. And so life is just all about making these kind of decisions. And, and being really honest with yourself. Like, I could have just as easily not gone to that meeting today after this class. I could have easily filled my schedule up with anything else but that. But I know deep in my heart that that is going to give me the greatest benefit and the greatest peace of mind within my heart. So I want to make that kind of a sacrifice. So today is Kundalini Yoga. Kundalini Yoga is all about physical wisdom. Everything that we do is a physical-based wisdom. It takes you immediately from this point to this point. And it's going to bring you to a place that just makes you feel better. So it's always like going to bring you to a new starting point in your life. We all have all these little complexities going on in our lives that we could all have all these lists of things and reasons why we are the way we are. But when we do Kundalini Yoga, we get to erase them all. And we get to come back to a starting point once again. So let's do some yoga. And let's see where it takes us. So glad you're all here today. So sit up nice and tall. Let's rub our palms. Spread the fingers, thumbs to the sternum, elbows to the side. Open your heart center. Chin drop slightly. Put a smile on your face. Your eyes close gently, and you got that little smile on your face right now because you know where you're about to be guided. And you've been there before, and you know it feels good, and you know it feels right. And you can give yourself this shot of self-esteem for knowing that you're here this morning and you've got yourself here because you knew that this is where you needed to be to come back to that starting point, to wipe the slate clean, to have a new starting point, to create more of a habitual greatness in your life. Inhale deep. Exhale mouth. Inhale and tune in. Exhale. We're going to do the protective mantra. We're going to do it all on one breath. I'll demonstrate the first time through, and then you can join in with me. So it's going to go like this. Ad Guru Name, Jagat Guru Name, Sad Guru Name, Sri Guru Dev Name, Ad Guru Name, Jagat Guru Name, Sad Guru Name, Sri Guru Dev Name, Ad Guru Name, Jagat Guru Name, Sad Guru Name, Sri Guru Dev Name. Inhale deep. Ad Guru Name, Jagat Guru Name, Sad Guru Name, Sri Guru Dev Name, Ad Guru Name, Jagat Guru Name, Sad Guru Name, Sri Guru Dev Name, Ad Guru Name, Jagat Guru Name, Sad Guru Name, Sri Guru Dev Name. Inhale deep. Exhale. Just relax your hands down on your knees. Your palms can be up or down, it doesn't matter, but gently touch your thumb and forefinger. Keep your eyes closed gently, just take a moment. We're up on the wave. Now it's just a matter of what we want to do while we're on the board. How do we want to turn it? We want to go straight initially. We got to look ahead a little bit. We've got to check out and see where we're at. We got to see what we're doing and where we're going and how we want to get there. We do it with a smile on our faces. Everything's going to be okay. Float your eyes open. Curl your fingers. Stretch your arms up to 60 degrees. Lock your elbows. Really stretch here, because you can really stretch beyond some of the things that are holding you back in life right now. Pull the belly in slightly. The heart center is open, and the arms reach, and the fingers press and create pressure. Chin drops slightly. Breath of fire begin. If laziness or passive aggressiveness starts to set in, you have to go beyond it. You have to strengthen and lengthen and become more determined. Inhale deep. Thumbs come together, fingers go to the heavens, shoulders reach higher to the ears, tongue presses upper palate, squeeze, move on, bring the navel into your spine. Hold. Exhale, release. Let your hands come down once again. Palms can be up or down, but gently touch thumb and forefinger. Now move the forefinger, press the thumb gently, touching the middle finger, the Saturn finger. And as you sit here, just be open to channeling more Saturn-type energy in your life. More discipline, more structure. Maybe opening up a new channel for having a new habitual pattern that you can put into your life. Inhale deep. Exhale out. Just take a moment before we go anywhere else. Just absorb this moment. Because in this moment, there's everything about you that's great. Everything inside of you that knows exactly what's going on is absolutely perfect. We're here to learn. We're here to experience. We're here to learn how to enjoy. How to be happy and how to be sad. How to feel sadness, how to feel anger, how to feel joy, and how to feel peace. Now gently switch that thumb to the ring finger and just be open for more vitality to be in your life, more energy, more strength and more power, especially in those times that we're challenged. And now gently touch the thumb to the pinky finger and be open for a channel of a way for communication to work for you in your life. The words that come out of your mouth, but also how you're perceiving what you're hearing and seeing. Allow this channel to be opened up into more of a neutrality in your life, where you don't see it as right and wrong or good and bad. You just see it for what it may be. Bring the thumb back to the Jupiter finger, the finger of vastness. Inhale deep. Exhale out. Let's roll over our knees and come to tabletop. And we'll start a cat-cow here. Inhaling silently as you say Sat, and exhaling Nam. Inhale in, belly drops, head comes back, tongue presses upper palate. Be as still as you can. Focus spiritual eye center, project into the light, energetically. Exhale slowly as you round, pull the navel into the spine, drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, sit back onto your heels in rock pose. We won't be here very long, but this is how we're starting out. So we're going to go through some different techniques now, because this is all about physical wisdom. We're going to go through some different techniques that will fight fatigue in your life. So each one of these things that we're doing are going to be things that can be just practiced on your own. Just one thing. So you don't have to remember this whole set. Just kind of remember each thing that we're doing, and each one of these things can be used to take you from a habitual way that's destroying you to a new habitual way that can allow you to feel great. So this is called Singh Prong Mudra. The pose of victory to the four corners of infinity. You're sitting on your heels. Your arms are going to be stretched out to the sides at a 60-degree angle, just like Ego Eradicator. 4 fingers on the mounds, and the thumb is sticking out, just like Eradicator. Make sure your elbows are straight, just like Eradicator, except this time you're going to keep your mouth open and stick out your tongue, but you're going to pump your navel without making any sound. So it's like this. Without making a sound. Okay? Let's begin. Tongue sticks out. Elbows are locked, reaching. 4 fingers pressing to the mound. Try to be as quiet as you can. Stay with it. Concentrate. Recognize how willing your belly is to move with the tongue out. How quiet can you be without even hearing your own breath? It's not breath of fire. You can do this every day in your life to build stamina and help you when you are tired and not at your best. It gives you the power to excel. Whoever shall master this meditation shall master the universe. Stay with it. You're almost there. Release the posture. Lean forward and come all the way onto your tummies. This next one, so that's an individual one you just did, called Singh Prong Mudra. This next one is to get out fatigue after exertion. So you're sitting in Cobra. You're going to get into Cobra pose. I'll demonstrate for you. And then you're going to stick out your tongue once again. And you're going to do a rapid breath of fire this time for 1 minute only. So it's going to look like this. So you're going to bring your arms to the sides of your chest, and you're going to have your elbows creating pressure back towards one another, and you're just going to, just when you're laying down, I want you to bring your heels together. Try to keep your heels together and relax your glutes as you're doing this. So try to keep, as you relax your glutes, this whole lower part of your body, move your hips around just a little bit, just a little back and forth, and just get your hips to relax. So it's not like you're squeezing your quadriceps here and you're squeezing your glutes and you're tight. So you're completely loose back here. Now, in that looseness, keep your heels together and gently push yourself up to where your hips still stay on the earth, and when they just start to come off, that's where you stop in Cobra Pose. Try to keep your heels together, relax that part of your body. Stick out your tongue and do breath of fire for 1 minute. Begin. Now inhale deep. Now exhale, press yourself back onto your knees. Cross your ankles behind you and come back to seated. Inhale your breath and reach your arms over your head as high as they'll go and hold your breath. And squeeze everything as you're in this posture. Squeeze. Hold your hands up there. Fingers like steel. Reach, squeeze, hold your breath. And now exhale. Great job. Take a moment, just sit. Just sit. So remember, that particular exercise was to get out of fatigue. All right. Now I want you to roll over your knees and come into a baby pose posture. So you're going to come down. So if you need something like a bolster, put it in front of your head so your head can relax or your forehead can come to the earth. Your arms are going to come along your sides. And I want you to relax your shoulders completely. Completely relax in this baby pose. Relax your jaw, relax your tongue, and allow yourself to be comfortable. There you go. A little closer. So you're relaxing in that baby posture. And this in itself is for those times when you must not sleep, it says. Train yourself to relax your mind and body so you can fall into deep sleep in baby pose. So while you're here, go ahead. If you can, allow yourself, give yourself permission if you can go to sleep in this. This type of a conscious nap will enable you to work for another 8 hours. But you gotta just let go. You gotta let go of all the stuff. yourself to come out of the posture. Wake yourself up if you're sleeping. Just slowly bring yourself out of the posture. And in that posture you're in that rock pose, if you lean forward, you'll be able to turn your toes under. And as you turn your toes under, just press yourself back onto the balls of your feet. And just slowly allow yourself to come into a standing position. When you're in the standing position, take your shoulders and roll your shoulders back and around. Remember, these are all just individual things to help you fight fatigue. Put yourself in a position to where you can create more of a habitual lifestyle that will support you. So this is what we're doing, the opposite of being worried, being afraid, being paralyzed, and feeling like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. This is the opposite of that. So from here, I want you to, whatever amount that you need to bend your knees, I want you to take your wrists, and I want you to have your wrists come down and touch your toes. And I want you to hang out in that posture. Drop your head, bend your knees as much as you need to, but just have your wrists touching your feet. And go into nice long deep breaths. Just touch your wrists to your toes. All right, now slowly bend your knees even more. Come down into a squat and sit back into easy pose once again. Now, so that exercise right there, that individual exercise, is another technique to stay young. If you want to stay young, then you go into that bent over position and have your wrists touching your toes and stay there from 1 to 3 minutes and just breathe. If you do that on a regular basis, it'll help you to stay young. It obviously has something to do with the blood flowing into the face and the tissue and all that. All right, so this next one is to renew your energy and stimulate the circulation. So with open hands, rapidly hit the sides of your head. Now rapidly hit the back of your head. Now rapidly hit your thighs. Now with both hands at the same time, rub your cheeks in a circular motion. Feels good on the upper cheek, on the jaw. Now with one hand on your forehead and one hand on your chin, massage in a circular motion. Now massage all around your neck with your hand, both hands. All right, now relax. So that is called to renew your energy and stimulate your own circulation. All right, now this next one's pretty trippy. This is called long cross, short cross to remove. So this is to remove fatigue after walking and marching long distances. So has anybody marched long distances lately?
30 years.
Maybe not that we know it, but yeah. It's been a while since I've marched long distances. When I was in the Marine Corps, we did a 32-mile, I wouldn't call it a march, I called it a hike, but I think that's what he means. Okay, so it goes like this. So you're sitting with your legs stretched out in front with your ankles crossed. So you're going to sit with your legs out here, and you're going to cross your ankles like this, whatever ankle you choose to cross. So now so this is called long cross. Okay? Now short cross is going to be, I'm going to bring them in like this. I'm going to bring them in like I'm sitting back into easy pose. So I'm going from long cross to short cross and easy pose. So the next thing I'm going to do from here is I'm going to lie on my back from short cross. I'm going to go back onto my back. So my legs are still in short cross. Okay, now from short cross, I'm going to sit up and I'm going to stand up all the way from short cross. I'm going to lie back. I'm going to roll up and sit up and stand up. Then I'm going to come back down and start over and go back in the long cross. Okay? It's pretty interesting. Okay, so we have long cross. Let's do it all together. Long cross, short cross, lie back in short cross. Now, use your momentum if you need to. Sit yourself up in short cross and stand yourself up. If you can do it without hands, if you need your hands, that's fine. Now, go back down into short cross sitting and extend back out into long cross. And we'll do it one more time. Long cross, short cross. Sit back, short cross. Sit up, stand up. Sit back down, short cross. Extend the legs out, long cross. Cool. All right. Now, so that was for removing fatigue after you walk. Okay. Now, the next exercise is to relieve fatigue after some kind of an exertion. So I want you to lie on your side, lie on your right side with your right hand supporting your head. Put your left arm on your left leg and raise your left leg up to 60 degrees. Left arm, left leg, right hand under the right ear. So you're on your right hip. and you're just breathing right here. We're just going to do it for a minute, but really try to perfect the posture. Just look at this class today as being a reset and a recalculation to help you break patterns that have become deep in your life that are holding you back. Just be open to the change. All right, from here, the leg comes down. We're going to turn over onto our stomachs. We're going to reach back and interlace our fingers at the small of our back. And we're going to raise our legs and our head up. And we're going to rock back and forth on our bellies. So it's back and forth, not side to side. It's going to take a little doing, but it doesn't last long. It's not asking you to raise your arms up. Your arms can stay in the small of your back. All right, relax on down. We're almost there. Now roll onto your back. Interlace your fingers behind your head. And with your fingers behind your head, I want you to take your buttocks off the ground. Use your heels so you can raise your buttocks off the ground and just dance your buttocks off the ground. Raise them and lower them. Dance them around. Stay with it. All right, great job. Now bring your knees to your chest. Put your hands on your knees and inhale forward and exhale back. Rock up and down on your spine. And rock yourself up to seated. Doing a great job. Now we're going to go through a little sequence here. It's called 10 steps to peace. So just follow along. So you're sitting in easy pose. I want you to have your palms facing your knees, just like this. Just relaxed. Close your eyes. What we're going to do now is we're going to remove bad memories and painful experiences. So open your eyes. And now slowly lower your eyelids until the eyes are only 1/10 open. And concentrate on the tip of your nose. And silently to yourself, I want you to say in the following manner. You're going to say Waheguru silently to yourself, but you're going to say it like this. When you say Wa, you're going to mentally focus on your right eye. When you say hey, you're going to mentally focus on your left eye. And when you say guru, you're going to mentally focus on that tip of your nose. So wa, right eye, hey, left eye, guru, tip of your nose. Now I want you to take a deep inhale breath right now, and I want you to remember the encounter or an incident which happened to you. Inhale the breath, remember the encounter or incident which happened to you. Now, as you exhale out, I want you to mentally say Waheguru in the above manner that we just practiced. Right eye, left eye, guru, tip of the nose. Now I want you to inhale again, and I want you to visualize and relive the actual feeling of the encounter that you just remembered. You're inhaling the breath and visualize and relive the actual feeling of the encounter you just remembered. Hold that breath, visualize and relive it. Relive the actual feeling of it. Now exhale slowly and again mentally repeat Wa, right eye, Hey, left eye, Guru, tip of your nose. Now I want you to inhale the breath deep once again, and as you hold that breath, I want you to reverse the roles in the encounter you are remembering. Reverse the roles. I want you to become the other person and experience their perspective. You're holding the breath, reverse the roles in that encounter, become the other person, and experience their perspective. Now this time I want you to just exhale and just mentally repeat Waheguru without the eyes and the nose. Just exhale, mentally repeat Waheguru. Now inhale deep once again, and I want you to forgive the other person, and I want you to forgive yourself. Hold your breath. And forgive the other person, and forgive yourself. And now exhale out and mentally repeat Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru. Now inhale once again, deep inhale, and let go of that incident and release that incident into the universe. And exhale, Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. This meditation takes care of phobias and fears and neurosis. It can remove unsettling thoughts from the past that surface into the present. It can take difficult situations in the present and release them into the hands of infinity. All this can be done in just a few seconds. Go ahead and lay yourselves back and just let it all go and relax into Savasana. Did a great job. Very specific things we're doing this morning for very specific reasons. Sometimes we have to get extremely specific in order to be able to have just some kind of difference in the way that we move forward in our thought process, in the way we breathe. Sometimes we have to throw our systems out there so they can be reset. So reset your system once again as you just lay here in Savasana. Allow all of the oxygen to enter into the bloodstream by relaxing, letting go. Start to deepen your breath and wiggle your fingers and your toes and your wrists and your ankles. Stretch your arms out over your head. bend your knees up and take your knees in and move your knees around a little bit and your hips. And hold the right knee in, release the left leg out, inhale deep, and exhale on over into Kundalini cat stretch. Gently come back to center. Both knees in again. Hold the left knee in, release the right leg out, inhale deep, exhale over. Doing such a wonderful job this morning, just being here, being open to new habitual feelings of greatness. Come back to center. Squeeze both of your knees to your chest. Inhale deep, bring your nose to your knees. Revitalize, recalculate, recharge, re-energize. Exhale the breath. Rub the soles of your feet, palms of your hands together, center time. Hands to knees, inhale forward, exhale back 3 or 4 times. Come back to seated. Alright, so we're going to finish with the final touch here, which is just perfect for all of our lives because in some way, shape, or form, we all have things happening in our lives that relate to this. So this is called stress relief and clearing the emotions of your past. This meditation is especially useful for dealing with stressful relationships and with past family issues. Okay, so here's how it goes. I'm going to direct you on the inhaling and exhaling. The mudra goes like this. You're going to bring your hands up and you're going to gently touch the fingertips of each finger to each other. And you're going to look right through the hole, because the palms aren't touching. You're going to look right through the center of that hole. There's a space there. You're looking right through it. Now, as you're looking through that hole, I want you to gradually take the gaze to your tip of your nose. And when you do that, some trippy stuff starts to happen. But just trust it and stay with it. So that's where your eye gaze stays, is looking through the hole, but now your eyes are on the tip of your nose, which does a lot of interesting things down there at the hands. Okay, now I'm going to direct you through the breath here. Inhale a breath. Exhale a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale slowly. Now slowly inhale. Hold the breath now. Slowly exhale the breath out. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Now slowly inhale. Slow as you can. Keep inhaling slowly. Get to the top. Now hold it. Hold the breath. Hold the breath. Now slowly exhale out. Slowly exhale. Exhale. Inhale slow. 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 And hold. And slowly exhale out. Slowly exhale. Relax. Tip of the nose. in. Now hold at the top. Now slowly exhale out. Now slowly in. Now hold at the top. Slowly out. Slowly in. Hold it. Slowly out. Slowly in. Hold it. Slowly out. Slowly in. And hold. And out. And in. And hold. And out. And in. Allow yourself to relax. And hold. And out. And in. And hold. And out. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Now in, slow and smooth and steady. And hold. And out, slow and steady. Look at the tip of your nose, concentrate. In, slow and steady. And hold. And out, slow, steady. Now release the posture down and bring your hands into Gyan Mudra and just have your eyes closed now. Release all that pressure from the pineal and pituitary gland. Just take a moment and sit. Feel the stress relief and the clearing of emotions of your past. And allow that to help you with any kind of stressful relationships or family issues that you're dealing with right now. Just allow this feeling. Allow this feeling to send you and show you the truth that it will be all okay, because there's something greater than you that's handling all of this. And as you sit here now, you can just feel that truth. It's truth. Now, inhale your breath deep and raise your arms over your head, open your eyes wide and shake everything. Yes. Yes. And release it. And relax. Move your shoulders around. Move your jaw and your tongue and your head and your neck. We went to some deep places today. Some deep emotionally stored places. All right, so we'll finish as we always do. Bring your hands to the heart center. We are men and women of God.
We are men and women of God.
May we recognize it.
May we recognize it.
We are men and women of the universe.
We are men and women of the universe.
May we deal with it in the light of God.
May we deal with it in the light of God.
We are men and women to be men and women.
We are men and women to be men and women.
May we feel the pride of it and be in grace.
May we feel the pride of it and be in grace.
We are men and women of success.
We are men and women of success.
May we accomplish it.
May we accomplish it.
We are men and women of self-light and respect.
We are men and women of self-light and respect.
May we understand it.
May we understand it.
We are men and women of merits.
We are men and women of merits.
May our virtues be known.
May our virtues be known.
We are men and women of knowledge.
We are men and women of knowledge.
May our compassion be known.
May our compassion be known.
We are men and women of absolute determination.
We are men and women of absolute determination.
May our kindness be known.
May our kindness be known.
We are men and women whom the world, the earth, and the universe may be proud of.
We are men and women that the world, the earth, and the universe may be proud of.
May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Thumbs to the spiritual eye. Sat Nam. May you all have a wonderful day and start a new habitual pattern in your life today.